Monica here, and I'm back in the daily kitchen today. I wanted to share with you the freezer meal prep that I've been doing over the last week since I went to Trader Joe's and purchased ingredients for my January extreme grocery budget haul. So for that budget haul, I purchased ingredients to make 120 meals for dinner for the entire month of January. But I've also been doing some meal prep for other meals like lunches and breakfasts, and I've been putting them into my freezer cooler for quick and easy meals throughout the month. So today's video is basically going to be just a quick overview of what I've been doing, a recap, what's been working, what I would change next time, and what I plan to do with some of these meals. I'm also 9 months pregnant, and this is actually part of my freezer postpartum meal prep. So I'll also kind of share about how I'm planning to have these meals available for my family to prepare if I can't actually get into the kitchen after the baby arrives. But before I dive in, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more plant-based home cooking tips and tricks. So come with me and let's dive into my freezer. Okay, so I've shared this cooler that we have here. It's called a Dometic CFX freezer cooler. It actually is such a great cooler. It's definitely a little bit pricey, but it's really packed with a lot of features. So what I've done is actually plugged it in and I've set it to the freezer mode. So it's actually like my little portable freezer. My freezer that's part of my refrigerator is packed with ingredients. So I decided to plug this one in so that I could have meals specifically prepared for this month or stored into this little freezer cooler so that it's not confusing for my family. So let's just take a quick look in here and then I'll pull everything out. Okay, it's a little hard to see everything that's in here, but on the top I have some baked goods that I prepared. I have some pizza sauce, and then I have some dough that I prepared. And then I also below here have freezer meals that you might have seen in some of the previous videos that I made. So let's take these out and put them on my kitchen counter, and I'll share with you everything that I've prepared for freezer meal prep in the last week. Okay, so I've pulled everything out of that cooler and I put it onto my counter right here. So you can kind of see, I basically did about a week's worth of freezer meal prep and have it stored in that little cooler. So I'm gonna link in the description below the videos that I made for preparing these meals, but I just wanted to show you like a quick overview of what it looks like once it's all pulled out. Okay, so here's the meals on the counter. Basically, I've done videos sharing how I actually prepared all these meals in the past. So like I said, I'm just gonna link them in the description, but let me just share with you for breakfast, I made 2 of these quick bread loaves. This is a blueberry banana vegan loaf. And then this is a banana walnut vegan loaf. These are so delicious. These slice up into about 8 slices per loaf. So that's basically gonna feed my family for about a week of quick and easy breakfast breads. Okay, and then I did another video where I shared how to make these 3 vegan freezer meals made with rice. So basically what I did was in my Instant Pot, I cooked a big pot of rice and then I let that cool for just a little bit, and then I sauteed up these 3 different rice meals. This is a vegetable peas and rice dish, a tofu pineapple rice. This is gonna be really good. I'm excited about that. And then a pinto bean and then fajita rice. So each of these rice dishes makes 4 servings. So that's 1 dinner for my family. And these are each $5 or less to prepare using those Trader Joe's budget ingredients. So to thaw these and cook them, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these out of the freezer the night before and put it into my refrigerator so that it can start thawing, and then it should be soft. And then once it's soft, I can just dump that into a hot skillet and reheat it. You can also reheat these in the microwave or in the oven as well. I would do in the oven about 350 degrees, covered with a little bit of water, like a 1/4 cup of water, for maybe about 20 minutes. And then if you reheat them in the skillet, I would put a 1/4 cup of water in the skillet as well. But these ones are really great because they're packed with legumes, vegetables, and rice in each meal. So it really is like a one dish meal and packs a lot of nutrition without costing a whole lot of money. Okay, and then over here I have these Instant Pot soups that I made. These are basically uncooked soups, but I just did a quick dump meal prep for these. And like I said, I'll share the video in the description below of how exactly to make these. But I made 4 of these. They each make about 8 to 10 servings depending on the meal. These are made using just all Trader Joe's ingredients. I basically opened the ingredients and dumped them into this bag. So when I'm ready for mealtime, what I plan to do is I plan to take one of these out, put it into the refrigerator the night before, again, so that it can thaw. And then once it's thawed and it's not like rock hard like this, then I'll pop it back into the Instant Pot for probably about 7 minutes with water. So each serving needs about 1 cup of water added. So I'll put 8 cups of water with the thawed black bean chili in the Instant Pot for 7 minutes on high pressure. You can also reheat these on the stove in a stock pot with the water covered with a lid for about 20 to 30 minutes. And like I said, these are not cooked. They're made with some ingredients that are already cooked, like the beans, but you do need to simmer them like you would a soup as if you're making it from scratch. This is going to make 8 servings, so this will serve us probably for 1 to 2 meals, depending on how hungry we are that day. So I made a black bean chili. I made a lentil vegetable soup. This has rinsed raw lentils, mirepoix vegetables, and a can of tomatoes and some other seasonings in it. This is going to be really delicious and packed with a lot of nutrition. This is why I love Trader Joe's, because they have so many cheap vegan ingredients that are super easy to meal prep, especially for postpartum meals and after the baby's born. You know, if you don't want to do a lot of cooking, these are just going to be really great for throwing into my Instant Pot or a stock pot. Okay, another one that I made was a chickpea farro soup. So this has legumes, grains, vegetables, tomato paste, and this one makes 6 servings. And then the last one I made is a harvest vegetable soup. This has that Trader Joe's harvest grain blend. It's a combination of lentils and grains all together. So I just dumped a bag of that in here. It also has quinoa. And then I put the mirepoix in there, as well as some seasonings in the back right here. So these are great. I'm really excited about those. That's gonna make mealtime just so easy and not stressful. If my husband needs to prepare any of these meals, it'll be really quick and easy. And these are also great if you're trying to give someone meals. You can prepare these ahead of time. These are, like I said, no chopping involved. So you just go to Trader Joe's and you buy the ingredients and you dump them into the bag and then freeze them. And this is like a really quick way to meal prep. I think this took me maybe 30 minutes to assemble all of these meals. And then another meal prep that I did that wasn't necessarily part of the emergency budget grocery haul, but it was ingredients I already had on hand that I planned to have for lunches, are these focaccia breads. These are really great. I have a video sharing how exactly I make this dough. I make this dough in the bag, so I don't even have to get my hands dirty or make a big mess. All I have to do is portion the yeast with the sugar and water, let that foam up for about 10 minutes. Then you add some whole wheat flour, some olive oil, and salt into the bag, knead it for just like a minute or 2, and then let it proof in a warm area for about an hour. And then the dough is ready. And then I basically just flattened it out so that it would fit nicely in my freezer. And then I labeled it, and then I put the instructions here so that when it comes to baking this, I'm not confused. But basically what I'm going to do for this to reheat it is put it in, thaw it in the fridge, ideally just like overnight so that you have it ready to go when you're ready to cook. Then you're going to proof it again at room temperature for about 2 hours, maybe around an hour and a half into that, you'll put it into your baking dish so that it can start to take the shape of the baking dish that you want it to be in, like either a round ball or a flat focaccia or a pizza dough. And then you bake it at 450 degrees for 25 minutes. And this is so great. And since I use the Bob's Red Mill organic whole wheat flour, I don't have to mill my own flour, but I am getting the benefits of the whole wheat grains. I love that this is already prepared and ready to go in my freezer, so I don't have to try and make dough on the day of when I need to serve a meal. And like I said, this is like a super versatile dough because I can make it into a focaccia. I could put like some seasonings on top and bake it like that in a 8x8 dish. Or I can shape it into like a ball and cook it in my Dutch oven to make like a loaf of bread that you can slice and make sandwiches. Or you can also roll it flat like you would a pizza dough and then make pizza out of this. So I just love that you can do 3 different things with just this one dough that's already prepared that I didn't even have to get my hands dirty to make. So check out my video. It's called Whole Wheat Bread in a Bag. So I made 2 of those. This one, each dough makes about 8 servings. So this will probably last my family, you know, about 2 or 3 or 4 days, depending on how much bread we're eating. And then to go with it, I made a pizza sauce. This is going to be great if I want to turn one of these into pizzas. Basically, to make this pizza sauce, it's really easy. You just open a big can of tomatoes, you simmer it with a little bit of garlic and spices, and I put a little olive oil in there, and then I put a little tomato paste and simmer that for about 15 minutes. Let it cool and then portion it into a freezer bag, and then you have a nice, delicious pizza sauce. All right, so there's my freezer meal prep for the week that I did. Like I said, this is great for freezer meals for after the baby arrives, as well as just like anytime you want to get ahead on meal prep. Since I'm doing that extreme grocery budget challenge, I really wanted to get ahead on meal prepping, especially with like some of the perishable foods like the mirepoix and vegetables, because I didn't want those to spoil and I didn't want to have to necessarily eat those in the very first week after grocery shopping. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my tour of my 1-week vegan freezer meal prep recap that I did. I hope that this inspired you to do some of your own meal prep and realize that cooking for your family does not have to be very expensive, especially like on a plant-based diet. So I hope you liked this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned because I also have been filming videos of the weeknight meals that I've been preparing using some of the other ingredients that I wasn't doing for freezer meal prep. So I plan to be releasing those videos in the next couple of weeks as well. I have some really delicious, cheap, easy weeknight dinner meals that I'll be sharing. So I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.